sharing my money saving tips on TikTok for a year and a half as a stay-at-home mom to 4 kids living on one really low income, and every single time I share a video, the video blows up, goes super viral, and what comes with a viral video is a lot of hate. So here are the money saving tips that get the most hate. Number 1, and the most hated, might surprise you, but it is the fact that we don't pay for Wi-Fi. People really believe that I am neglecting my children because we don't pay for Wi-Fi and they don't watch Netflix or Disney Plus. But it saves us about $150 a month, so I don't care. Another one that got us a lot of hate was hand-me-down clothes for our 4 kids, and the fact that I try to buy gender-neutral clothes so that all of my kids can wear them. The fact that this got hate is a crazy concept to me, because are there people that really buy just brand new clothes for every single kid and never pass them down, even if it's a perfectly good article of clothing? Number 3 is the fact that I drive an old car to have a lower car payment and eventually no car payment. I'm not really sure why this one triggers people. Is it because you feel like realizing that your $1,000 a month car payment is unnecessary? Another one that's got me a lot of hate is that I don't pay for hair extensions and my hair still looks great. And one of the most hated money saving tips is that I don't buy my kids toys. About 3 years ago, I started investing in multi-use toys, which means that they can grow with them, which means that they are used for a certain purpose whenever they're babies, toddlers, and then they're used for different purposes as they grow. A lot of people hate that one. We've been successfully raising our 4 kids on one very low income for a long time now. I will say, disclaimer, I did start making extra money on social media within the last about 10 months consistently, so I'm able to buy groceries now, anything extra that my kids need for sports, whatever it may be. Overall, I just hope that everybody knows that sometimes to make the dream life that you want possible, a lot of sacrifices come with that. I'm okay with sacrificing Wi-Fi. I'm okay with sacrificing a brand new car. My kids get the most excited about hand-me-downs. They love it. Yes, they get new clothes, and guess what? They're more excited whenever they get their cousins' hand-me-downs. Anyway, if we can do it, you can do it, and my goal with sharing these tips has only ever been to help a working mom or struggling stay-at-home mom to maybe not struggle as much. So yeah, I only have good intentions. Love you.
These are some of the ways I'm trying to save money in order to hit my goal of saving up my first $100,000 by the end of this year. I'm 21 years old, and so far I'm over halfway to my goal, which is good because we're around halfway through the year. So these are some of my tips for saving money. One thing I've been doing to reduce a lot of my impulse spending, because I definitely am an impulse spender, is when I have anything I want to purchase that's a bigger purchase, so anything over around $150, what I've been doing is I put a 2-week wait period on that. So I wait 2 weeks, and if I still want the item, then I can get it. Another big thing I've been doing is, as a 21-year-old, obviously I'm at a point in my life where I want to go out, I want to go to the bars, I want to drink with my friends, but alcohol is such an expensive purchase. So what I do is I make most of my drinks at home, and we pregame at one of our houses before going out, rather than pregaming or getting only drinks at a restaurant, which is so much more money. Another big thing I've been working on is cutting out a lot of my self-care spending. So after this, I'm not really going to be getting my nails done anymore out. I'm going to be trying to do my nails at home, do my eyebrows at home, just all of those kind of self-care things, facials, nails, tanning, doing that at home rather than paying a lot more money to get it done somewhere else. As someone whose closet is very packed, another big thing that's helped me a lot is when I want to buy a new piece of clothing, which happens frequently, I need to get rid of something on Depop from my closet before buying the new piece of clothing. This is just something that's really helped me maximize closet space, so I'm not overspending and not having too much clothes, while also kind of making a little bit of a trade. So if I really want something, I need to get rid of something and then make the money to then put towards that purchase. The next tip is especially helpful for college students trying to save money, but anyone can do this, and this is stacking as many discount codes as possible. Especially as a college student, I get codes from Student Beans, but then there's also websites that you can get coupons from, like Honey, and then I think the other one's Rakuten or whatever. But I stack my discount codes as much as possible. If they allow for that, that's what I am doing, especially taking advantage of my college student discounts. And the last thing for me, which has been a really hard thing, is limiting my eating out to special occasion. This is definitely what I'm still trying to put into motion. I haven't really been following through with this, but I really need to get better. Like, eating out is so expensive over time, and I also do enjoy cooking at home, so that's a big thing I'm going to try to do to save money. I know these all kind of seem like basic, straightforward things to do, but over time, these really can add to saving up so much money. I've obviously had good success so far saving up this year, and these are the things I want to kind of continue on this summer to save more.
A reminder that $10,000 a year is just $27 a day. So stop spending your money on all the stupid shit you don't need, because that's where all your money's going. I personally remind myself of this fact anytime I'm gonna make a small, maybe impulsive purchase that I don't really need. And I have a perfect example I wanna share. As I was thinking about making this video, I knew I wanted to talk about something while I was like pouring my coffee. And I was thinking, as I was grabbing this mason jar, how I really wish that I had those cool glass, aesthetic looking glasses that people make like their iced coffees in. And I literally thought for a second, like, I'm gonna look on Amazon and see how much they are, and also like maybe get a cool glass straw while I'm at it. But then I caught myself and I realized that I do not need a aesthetic looking coffee glass and a glass straw. Like, what I have works perfectly fine for me. I don't need to waste my money on that. And again, just $27 a day is $10,000 a year. So keep that in mind next time you want to buy something you don't need.
Before I be cooked, I just saw a video called Under Consumption Core. So her and her husband, they went to an office and that's where they got married. They didn't do the wedding rings. They just got wedding bands that were $100, and that's what they did. No big wedding, no big ring. Phones that they have are the same phones that they had in 2021. No problem. She only has one perfume. Now I'm watching this in awe, because when you see somebody that's doing the opposite of what you're doing, kind of, it's like, damn, like you really have a lot of like oomph, like you really have a strong backbone, because it takes a lot to under consume in a world like this. Like, they literally throw stuff at you every day wherever you go. So for you to be like, nah, I'm good with what I got, I'm not gonna fix what's not broken, that takes a lot. So I'm just watching it in awe. Tell me why I open the comments, right? They trying to clown this girl like she broke. And like, you don't got to be the richest, but like when we start getting into, okay, my house is almost paid off, my cars are paid off, I don't really give a damn about materialistic things. We live in a world where people feel like when you're not spending money on materialistic things, you're broke. It's like, bro, who am I doing this for? If her and her family are genuinely content with what they spend money on, and they don't feel like, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get that, I gotta get this, I need a new phone, I need a crazy expensive ring, what's the issue? In the comments really made me realize, like, yo, not only are people seeing a particular lifestyle as below them, even though it's very financially wise, they also don't have the capacity to fathom a life that isn't similar to theirs. So the second that they see a life, somebody living a life that's different from theirs, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, they're literally telling this girl, you don't have to live like this, like you don't have to do this to yourself. And it's like, what do you mean? They're trying to pay off a house by next year. Do you know how much freedom that's gonna come with? I don't have a crazy mortgage to pay every month. And to me, it's like, damn, they really got y'all. Like, the conditioning is doing the damn thing, because you see a less expensive wedding ring and you like, why didn't I spend bread like everybody else? You see that they don't even want to do the big wedding, you like, damn, why you don't want to do the big wedding? But that's tradition. It's not necessary, it's just tradition. So when somebody chooses to break tradition, they're below and they don't gotta live. Like, what are we talking about? I saw that video and I was like, yo, I thought I was strong-willed. That's strong-willed. Yeah, we're getting into underconsumption. Yeah, we're getting into de-influencing. But once people see it like raw and real, not even for TikTok, but this is really for the better of my family financially, they're like, you don't have to live like that. Y'all just like to dip y'all toe in the pool. You don't like to get in for real. It's just like, however well I think I'm doing with budgeting and not spending so much and under consuming, I can always do so much better. A lot of things that I think I need, I don't need them. They're wants. They're wants. Yeah, that's a really good way to start building generational wealth, because I feel like it really takes just one generation to like sacrifice, and that's how you start building it for the future generations.
I have decided to do a no buy 2025, and here are the rules that I've set for myself. So I decided to do this because I'm tired of all of the useless, mindless spending that I do, but also because of just the clutter that it has accumulated in my home and in my life. Like, I mindlessly spend money at Target and TJ Maxx and blah blah blah. So here are my rules for the whole year of 2025 to not buy shit. Okay, so my first rule is going to be no TJ Maxx, no Marshalls, no Home Goods, no Ross, any of those kinds of stores. Like, I physically cannot even go inside of them. That's my first rule. My second rule is no going into Target. I realize there are some things I go in, like for instance, I buy my diapers and wipes at Target because I like to do their $20 gift card deal. I will do that, but I will do like pickup orders only. So I'll still buy things from Target that I need, but I will do pickup so I'm not tempted to like go in and buy extra things that I don't necessarily need. The third thing is I'm not going to be buying any like personal care products like shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, blah, 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 perfume, toothpaste, toothbrushes, any of that until what I already have is gone. So I'm working on like getting through what I have, and then I'll replace it with things that I like or quality items, but I'm not going to be experimenting with random things anymore. Another big problem area for me is my grocery shopping. I tend to overspend at the grocery store. So I'm going to get better about making a list and also doing pickup. The only thing with grocery pickup is I like to pick out my own meat and my own fruit. So I've done pickup with the fruit and the meat, and they just don't pick out what I would have picked out. So those are my two caveats. I'm going to mostly be doing grocery pickup, making a list, and not overspending at the grocery store anymore. Okay, the last one, this is going to be hard. No new clothes. I'm a clothes spender. I like to buy things that are on sale. I'm a big clothes spender. So no new clothes for myself. I have kids. A lot of people have asked me like, well, how are you going to navigate this with kids? I have kids. I've gone through their closets. I know exactly what they have, and I know exactly what they need when they need it. So I will just be more strategic about how I buy clothes, because right now I go into Target and I just frivolously buy them clothes, and then they have 97 t-shirts and they wear 4 of them. So I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I am tired of my own bullshit, and this is going to be a way for me to get a hold of our finances. We're going to pay off all of our debt and really kind of crunch down on how much we spend, what we're spending, what we're consuming. I'm not super into like the consumerism anymore. So this is going to be a good starting point for us.
60%. 60%. And there are some things that you can do to prepare for what's coming. Number 1, stop buying shit that you don't need. It is time to cut overconsumption and hold on and take care of the things that you already have. And if you do have to buy something, buy locally. Check Facebook Marketplace first. Take good care of the car that you currently have and keep up with the maintenance. Cut out unnecessary subscription services. Prioritize home cooked meals instead of going out. It is healthier for you anyways. You can start by starting a menu, a meal plan every Sunday that tells you exactly what you're going to cook every day, and then buy your groceries according to that. Focus on buying only what is absolutely necessary. Everything else can wait, and you probably don't need any more junk anyways. Clean your house so you're more comfortable staying home. Make your coffee at home. There are so many amazing and easy recipes that are so much better and healthier for you than that $7 coffee that you keep buying. Download a library card app. There are hundreds of free ebooks that you can read. Simplify your skincare routine. According to my dermatologist, all you need is prescription tretinoin, a good moisturizer, and a good SPF. You don't need a 5 to 10 step skincare routine. Join local buy nothing groups on Facebook. Plus, it's a good way to declutter your house and help someone else in need. Remind yourself that you don't need new decoration for every single holiday. I know Easter is coming up. Reuse the bunnies. Reuse the Easter egg. You don't need a new bunny centerpiece every single Easter. If you're someone who gets dopamine from online shopping, apply a policy to yourself in which you wait 3 days before you check out of your cart. So you have to keep the things that are in your online cart for a minimum of 3 days. When you come back to it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have changed your mind about a few things, or you will have realized that you need none of it because the clothes that you already have is good enough. Delete all the shopping apps from your phone and start downloading couponing apps. These are apps that help you save money on groceries and everyday essentials. Find other ways to get dopamine, like exercising. You can work out at home. You can go on a walk. Online shopping or shopping in stores for unnecessary stuff is done. Groom your own pets. Do your own nails. Buy in bulk when things are in sale. Stop giving into consumerism and focus on paying off debt instead of creating more debt. And if you've already paid off all your debt, use your disposable income to put it into a saving, preferably a high yield savings. And if you think you have money and disposable income, no, you don't. Pretend that you don't. That's what I do. I paid off all my debt and I pretend and live like if I'm broke. And that mindset is what has helped me build a really good savings. This is also a good time to have multiple sources of income. And remember that everyone is paying the price. You are not alone.
We are starting strong, okay? Stanleys, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 Stanleys, all in different colors. Did we need them? I fell for it too. This is just as much for you as it is for me. Maybe we should be switching to Brumate. I'm a Virgo. I'm an organized, neat freak when I want to be, and I get it. But moving our laundry detergent and laundry pods into clear containers just for the aesthetic, moving our spices into clear containers. Cut it out. Speaking about things that we have probably one too many of, the same color lip glosses, 4 different pink shades of glosses, 5 clear gloss. We didn't need that many. We didn't. All really had me on this one. I tried it once. Those clean skin cloths, those single use, absolutely not. Mine smelled really bad, but also they were a waste of time. They didn't even work how you guys said they did. No, get out of here. You don't need it either. That Bloom drink, stop it. You don't need all these drinks and powders. Eat your vegetables and drink your water. And most of the time, these supplements that they're trying to sell you on are just a scam. Stick to your vitamins, your multivitamins, your vitamin Ds, your irons, and you're fine. You and I both know you have one favorite coffee. One favorite coffee that you want to go to every single day. Why do you have 8 different syrups? Why do you have 8 different creamers? Just cut it out. The Botox, the preventative Botox, please. Keep it. You're gonna call me a hater, but Olipop? Poppy? It's gonna be a no. Y'all said they taste like sodas. They don't. You lied.
My husband and I made $150,000 last year, and we live paycheck to paycheck. Let's talk about it. I never thought that I had a problem or that I needed to learn to budget until I realized that we spent $150,000 last year, and I have nothing to show for it. I mean, I have a house, I have a car, I have all those things, but they're not $150,000 worth. So where did the money go? I spent it. That's where the money went, and that was what I wanted to change. That's why I did a low buy year. That's why I'm budgeting as hardcore I am. I use 3 different spreadsheets to budget, and that might seem insane, but that's what I need to do in order to have it all managed. I need to look at my money. I need to stare at it. I need to think about it. It needs to be on the front of my mind, because if I passively use it, then I'm not paying attention and I spend it all. And that's the truth.
The average woman. Did you know that the average woman in the 1950s only bought 10 new pieces of clothes per year, and each piece she kept for over 10 years? Did you know that today the average woman buys 68 new pieces of clothing per year, and on average only keeps each piece for 2 years, wearing each piece only an average of 7 times before getting rid of it? This is your friendly reminder that having more clothes, more shoes, more makeup, more trendy bullshit products will never make you more attractive or more happy. It just makes you easy to sell to. Overconsumption is extremely normalized today, especially on social media. We're told by influencers and celebrities that it's normal to want and have hundreds of clothes in your closet. Fast fashion has skyrocketed and become a $100 billion industry. Did you know that clothing production contributes to 10% of greenhouse gas emissions and accounts for over 20% of global water pollution? Yes, our cute, trendy clothes are polluting the ocean with cute little microplastics. If your top cost you $20, the person who made it probably only made 20 cents. I highly recommend watching this YouTube video if you want to learn more about the reality of how our cheap clothes are really made and at what expense. When I was younger and I didn't know any better, I bought a lot of clothes from Shein. I wasn't thinking about where the clothes came from or where they would go when I got rid of them. All I cared about was buying cute clothes that made me feel good and look good. Obviously, it's a crazy boost when you buy new clothes. They don't call it retail therapy for nothing, you know? It's addictive. It's funny though, because the more money that I started to make, the less material shit I realized I wanted. And I hit that blissful realization that nothing tangible outside of me could possibly fill that hole inside of me that we all have. Whenever I want something that is outside of myself, I think to myself, if I cannot make myself content and at peace right now, in this moment, without it, I will never be satisfied when I get it. There will always be something else that I will be searching for. Anything I've ever gotten or achieved, I've still always felt the same. There is no bag, shoes, shirt in the world that would make me happier than I am today, knowing that I have everything I need and that it is more than enough. Becoming a minimalist was one of the best things that I ever did. If you can embrace and be grateful for everything that you have, you are winning at life. I love you.